J.R. Holmes joins us now, coach of Bloomington High School South. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Seeing that, I mean, does it bring it all back?
Yeah, it's sort of been a blur the last few days thinking about the game, what happened in different plays. I can remember little spots of it, but that helped a little bit, seeing some of the highlights and then seeing how happy the kids were and how happy my dad was. That's great.
Has it sunk in yet for you yet?
I don't think so. The coaches and I were talking yesterday at lunch. You know, it's sort of, we're state champions. It's sort of been unreal for us to go back. We've been so busy from the ride back and the pep sessions, and the people were at the gym on Saturday night, then the 1,500 or so was on Sunday. Then we had a school pep session in on Monday, and trying to get everybody's email answered and phone calls and interviews done, and teams going out, taking us out to dinner and stuff. It's week's going pretty quick, and I think maybe after the weekend we can get settled down back into reality and think and appreciate all the things that we've done. And you know, I still am more amazed maybe at the 26-0 than the state championship, although I wouldn't trade one for the other. It's just very difficult for kids at this age to keep their heads screwed on right and to go undefeated for a whole year.
Right, and I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, ranked third in the country, you know, first in the state. How do you keep that in perspective when you're talking about high school kids?
Well, I really don't know, so we never mentioned it. We told ourselves we never talked. I never told the team, hey, you're number one, you got to do this, or you know, if you get beat, you won't be number one anymore. So we never mentioned it once in pregame talks, opponent preparing for teams, postgame talks. I've never read USA Today, so I don't know if we're number 3 or not. I've been told we are, but our kids, you know, they live in the electronic world. They're on the internet and they see these things and all the blogs and everything. So I'm really appreciative of the way they've handled that, and that's what makes 26-0 nowadays that much special, because the kids get their heads blown out of proportion, especially after Detroit Country Day game, and we were the greatest team in the world and the greatest game played in Indiana forever, and we were still able to go on and win another 7 games and get the state championship.
Now there's a chance, we were just talking about this before the show, that you could be ranked first in the country because the 2 teams that are ranked first and second are playing, is that right?
Yeah, there's an 18 tournament playing starting tomorrow. And so one of them's going to get beat for sure.
Sure. And
maybe both of them could get beat. And if that's true, then there's a chance we might go all the way to number 1.
And it's very important to note that those are 2 prep schools, private prep schools. Obviously, Bloomington South is a public school. So.
We're the only one that's ranked in the top 25. I think the high school team, a regular high school team. All these prep schools are 5th-year seniors and stuff like that. So it's special to be there. And probably overall we don't have the talent that those teams have, but we had great success in Las Vegas last summer, and people noticed that, and then when we started out winning games and we got ranked 23rd or 24th and at the start of the year, and just kept going up until now we're 3rd and probably going to be 2nd at the worst, and maybe even number 1 if things would work out.
What makes this team so special, do you think, beyond the obvious talent, but what makes it so special?
I think they've bought into what we tell them. If you don't care who gets the credit, we have a great chance to be really good. And the kids have not let individual goals or individual accolades get to them. You wouldn't know Jordy Halls was up for Mr. Basketball or whatever. You know, he averaged 15 points a game, which is very average in high school, but he did that because it made our team better. I think that they've handled that and bought into the team concept, and knowing that I would tell them, you know, we can't do this as individuals, we have to do this as a team. And if we stay together as a team, then we have a chance, because we have enough good individuals. They're good enough that if they put it all together, we're pretty good. Speaking of Jordan Hulls, we might find out this week about Mr. Basketball. What do you think about that? Well, I heard that, and I haven't heard anything yet about it. I thought it would be next week. Usually it's a couple weeks after the state tournament before they announce it, but we have a new director of that program, so he may do it sooner than that. I just don't know who else would get it besides him. You know, he's undefeated. He's a state champion. He's a 3-year starter. He makes his team better in all areas. I just don't have any other player in high school in Indiana that's a more complete player. What was it like to see your name on the court floor? I mean, I know that was a surprise for you, but a pretty good surprise, I'd think. Yeah, because I usually go in on Sunday morning and wash clothes from the Saturday night. And I did this Sunday. I was in at 7:30. I didn't tell the principal because the principal gave me an order not to come to school until the pep session, you know. Right. And so I didn't know what was going on. But I went in and washed clothes, and there was nothing there at that time. And so when we walked in today, or that afternoon for the pep session, there was 4 spots covered up. And they undid 2 of them, which was the 2009 state championship, and they left the other 2 covered. So I thought they had to be something different, and I didn't know
Yeah.
what that was going to be. And then Chris Byers and I were sitting there, and then when he called my family down,
Pretty emotional.
special.
Pretty emotional. Well,
Pretty
Coach,
special.
thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thanks for having
it.
me out here. I appreciate it.